Hello, my name is Ashen. This is Flash Reviews Movies and TV. Today we're going to be taking a look through the Christopher Nolan the Christopher Nolan Director's Collection, which includes Memento, Batman Begins, The Prestige, The Dark Knight, Inception, and The Dark Knight Rises. So I do already have quite a few of these in my, well, 4 of these films in my collection, which I'll show you just now. These 3 here. I've got The Dark Knight Rises, obviously, and The Dark Knight Begins, and The Dark Knight. Batman Begins, sorry. I also have Inception, which I've reviewed on the channel before, as well as The Dark Knight I've reviewed on the channel before. But I'm probably going to keep these just because I'm such a big fan of them, Christopher Nolan, and I want to try and get like all of the versions of his films. If I do see a 4K box set, and when I have a 4K player, when I get a PlayStation 5 or something, I will pick that up as well. I'm going to pause the video quick just so I can open the box. So that's it unwrapped then. We're going to have a look through the DVDs in a minute. We're just going to check the back out. So we have a little description of each of the films on the back there. So I've never seen Memento, and I've never seen The Prestige, which I can't wait to check out. I'm going to do a month where I watch all Christopher Nolan's films just before the Alters comes out. Also comes with a booklet, which is kind of cool. You can see that little booklet there. We'll have a look at that after now. We're just going to go through the films one by one. So we're going to go through the first, well, we're just going to go through it like this. Again, I'm going to give you a little show of the side, the front, that side, and the back of the box, as well as the bottom, which has a lot of information on there as well, and the top, which just looks like the front. Let's get these out one by one then. We'll get Memento out first, I think, since this is the first one on the back and the first one on the screen. So this is a film I've never seen before, starring Guy Pearce, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Joe Pantoliano. I really can't wait to watch this. I'm probably gonna watch it next month. If you guys do want to see a Christopher Nolan movie month, which is what we'll call it, we'll watch that during that month then. If you do want to see that, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe. Yeah, that's special. We got plenty of special features. We got director commentary with 3 alternative endings, anatomy of the scene, and props gallery, journal. Loads of special features on this, which is nice to see. If you want to see the, the light is so bad. If you want to see the description of the movies right there, and then that's the front of the case. Nice, fresh Blu-ray case. This is the more expensive. This is the thing I've spent the most money on in this haul. Well, in the past few months, and I think ever for the movie collection itself, which is really cool to think about. The only thing is, I don't like when Blu-rays do this. And then, obviously, in brilliant condition because it's brand new, and we have the same artwork on the front of the case that we do on the disc. So that is the first one in that box set then. We've obviously seen Batman Begins before because I also have this exact copy on Blu-ray with the other box set, which I'm going to be keeping so I can have it on top of the shelves when they arrive. Excuse me. Again, with loads of special features. Or commentary, movie experiences. Sorry about that, that was an email came through on my iPad. Dolby Digital, True HD, and Dolby Digital Normal. I'm going to just do that so you can see a bit more better. There's the description of the film. Go and check that out. Let's have a look at the actual disc itself then. Don't want to make this video too long for you guys because I've got a lot of videos to upload, and I've got another video to make after this one. I've been making them all day. So that is that then. And we'll take a little break from that and we'll look at the Christopher Nolan Director's Collection booklet, which comes with it. Which you can see all of his films in here. Inception, you can see The Dark Knight there. You can see Memento, Dark Knight Rises, and Batman Begins were there as well, which is really cool. You can see him. That's Christopher Nolan right there. The Sir himself, Memento, I'm pretty sure that film is, yeah. Tells you a lot about the actual films themselves. Tells you a bit about how they made it. Batman Begins, but there. The Prestige is probably going to be the next one, is it? Theatrical. I'm definitely going to read this at some point. The Dark Knight, I think this is. The Prestige, with Hugh Jackman, I think that is. Hugh Jackman and Christopher Bale. Christian Bale, sorry, Christopher Bale, what am I talking about? A little quote there as well. And Hugh Jackman's right there, as well as Michael Caine. So next one is The Dark Knight with some really cool pictures. And some more cool pictures in the booklet itself. So this is a really cool little piece, I would say. And then The Dark Knight Rises, which is one of my favourite films of all time again. Not in my top 4, sadly, but it is a really great film. So, I'll probably read that at some point and I'll tell you a lot more about that. But first, let's go through the next films. So the next one we've got is The Prestige, starring Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Michael Caine and Scarlett Johansson. I did not know Scarlett Johansson was in this film. Now I'm really excited to watch it because Scarlett Johansson is probably one of my favourite actresses of all time, from the director of Batman Begins. As you can see down there. It's a 4-star rated by Empire. A friendship that can become a rivalry that turned deadly. And then we've got the back now. We've got loads of special features. You've got stereo. Michael Caine is in this as well. Dolby Digital. It's approximately 130 minutes. As you can, I'll try and show you that a bit better now. There's some special features for you guys, and the description of the film, which is up there. Let's have a look at the actual disc itself. Again, with minimalist actual artwork on the disc, which is kind of disappointing because I wanted maybe a bit of different artwork. Next thing we have is The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger on there. Let's see if it's the same one as the other box set. I'll check that out after, actually. We got The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger on there as well. You can see the cast up there, which is Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Heath Ledger, Gary Oldman, Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal and Morgan Freeman there. Christopher Nolan film. This is actually a 2-disc special edition, unlike the others, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I'll give you a little. And they actually do have different artwork on that case, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. That's the next one. That's the 4th film then. We'll go for Inception next, because that's the next one in the film. You can see Leonardo DiCaprio's name is at the top there in big. We've also got Ken Waterby, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, and Tom Berenger, and Michael Caine. A Christopher Nolan film. I do really like Christopher Nolan as a director, obviously. He's my favourite director of all time. And then we're going to have, just show you that now, that bit there. And the description there. I know I'm rushing it a bit, but these are videos I've got to get out soon. Also, a 2-disc special edition, which is actually kind of cool. Look, you have different discs for each. This is, I believe, the film. And you can see the nice artwork on there. And then that's just more minimalistic and very cool as well. You can also see some of the details on this. Look, I'll just show you quickly. Important note is, yeah, it's kind of cool. So that is that as well. I believe I paid £16 for this box set, which was a really good deal in my opinion. It normally sells for about £40 brand new. I bought it brand new for £16 on eBay, which I was really excited to find. And then we've got Batman The Dark Knight Rises on Blu-ray then. Don't think this is the 2-disc special edition, it might be. With Anne Hathaway's the addition to this cast, then we have Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Gary Oldman, Anne Hathaway, Tom Hardy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Morgan Freeman. So we've had a lot of actors. You can see that Christopher Nolan likes to use the same actors. One of the reasons why I love him, because Christian Bale is my favourite actor of all time, without a doubt. Yeah, really great film. Yeah. So let's have a look at the case. It's in the case itself. Again, another 2-disc special edition, which has been around a lot now for most of his films. 3 of the films I think had 3-disc special editions, and the other 3 did not. So that's it. Final look at the box then. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.